Closing out the non-conference slate in the win column. Line drive kick with plenty of leg, and a touchback will put the ball at the 25-yard line. Switch through the air. The dump off to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And the running back, a transfer from Alabama State. Merritt has run in 7 touchdowns through the Lobos' first 4 games. Hopkins to throw again, and on the slant, he's got a completion. It's first down for New Mexico. Half touchdowns last week across the country at Massachusetts. Had to hold on and win that game in overtime. Here's Krosky-Merritt with a nice burst. And out across the 40s, taken down a couple yards shy of the first.
And find a seam and get some yards.
Second down short. Hopkins sets his feet and delivers another completion. This one out to midfield. And it's DJ Washington. Touchdown run a week ago. New set of downs at the midfield stripe. New Mexico on the move. First possession of the game. And the underhand toss. That's Andrew Henry. A 6-yard run has the ball down at the Wyoming 44. Hopkins well protected. Another slant and another completion. This one to Caleb Medford, the TCU trainer. Easton Gibbs, the Mountain West preseason defensive player of the year, made the stop. Here's play action. Hopkins slings it into the red zone. It's bobbled, and it's a catch. Hickson in motion, trips to the left on 1st and 10. Hopkins with some pressure coming, lofts it inside the 5. It's caught by Hickson, and he extends past the pylon for a New Mexico touchdown. Jeremiah Hickson with his first Lobo score.
Finish the drive.
A very impressive 8-play, 75-yard scoring drive to open up the Mountain West season, but now the extra point attempt is blocked and picked up by Wyoming. Ja'Cory Hopkins on the move, and he will bring it back for 2. Special teams comes up big again for the Cowboys.
It's like we saw a replay, but the exact opposite end zone of last week in an extra point.
Momentum that New Mexico was able to gather with that 8-yard, 75-yard touchdown drive. Wyoming steals some of it back. 6-2 ball game as Wyatt Whelan takes the kick out near the 35. Cowboys start at the 35-yard line. Peasley will chuck it on his first attempt, and it's on target. Out across the 45-yard line. He only threw for 35 yards last week. He gets 12 yards on his first completion. Here's a slant, Ryan Marcus. And it's another first down for Wyoming to the New Mexico 39.
Or capture any rhythm or flow is what Coach Paulsek kept talking about.
First penalty of the game as we hear from Ken Ray, the veteran referee, for the first time. 1st and 15, tight pocket. Peasley will tuck it and scoots out inside the 40. So back near the original line of scrimmage. He gets the penalty yardage back. Mountain West win was here in Laramie 2 years ago. It's been a long 12-game conference losing streak. Off to a good start here as Peasley delivers on target to the tight end. Third down last week. This is within field goal range for the great John Hoyland. Paisley in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket, being chased, gets rid of it, and completes, but it'll be for a loss.
Too much down there or what, but they're going to go with the punt, play some field position here.
Clayton Stewart places it inside the 5, and it bounces out of the end zone for a touchback. 8th career start this afternoon for Dylan Hopkins. Only San Jose State's Chevin Cordero has more experience at signal caller. They try to use Hickson in the running game, and Wyoming strings it out after just a 2-yard run. The Cowboy defense, they will bring the pressure on Hopkins, and down he goes. They brought the blitz from the secondary.
Great big stop there for the Pokes defense.
Aaron Rodriguez with not much breathing room. And a friendly bounce that will be downed at the 42. Games in the brown and gold. Had a terrific career the last 3 seasons at Northern Illinois. Ran for nearly 2,000 yards. Peasley will go back to the air here, and it's a completion across the 45. Wyoming worked into plus territory their first possession before they were forced to punt. Here's Whaley with the seam. Harrison Whaley loose inside the 40 and taken down near the 35.
Great blocking up front. Great.
Whaley had 156 of that. Now an empty backfield for Peasley. New set of downs. He slings it. He completes it. Inside the 30. First catch for Wheeland. Second and short. Here's Whaley stretching to the outside. Cuts back. A first down run. To the 25. No longer with the program. This is play action. Paisley takes a shot. It's caught inside the 5. It's Trayton Welch, and the Cowboys are on the doorstep. First and goal for Wyoming. Low snap. Paisley waltzes in for 6.
Absolutely, you get close to the court, get the goal line. You got to count on the quarterback as an extra. You got to defend all 11.
The momentum that we talked about from New Mexico on that beautifully engineered opening drive has become 9 straight Wyoming points, and another chance for the Cowboy defense. It said that who they are on defense is who New Mexico wants to be on offense. Very high praise for a group that's been really good through the first 4 weeks of the season, and not much for Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. He stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Scoreboard operator will work a little harder this afternoon. Second down and long. Hopkins drifting out of the pocket. He will run it and scampers out shy of the 30.
Ball down the field and be able to get points for it.
The crowd comes to life on third down. Wyoming brings 4, and he fits it into a tight window. The catch made across the 45. Last 2 years at TCU. New set of downs at the 46. And Wyoming bottles up the run. That'll be a loss of 1. Sherrod White's first carry goes for negative yardage. And first play of the second quarter, and it's a chunk play for New Mexico as they go back over the middle. And it's Medford again, 100 yards. Third catch for Medford. Krosky-Merritt trying to find room. Ankle tackled. Stays upright and carries the pile inside the 30.
Fastest human beings you will ever meet.
That's pretty good running back too. Hopkins on the zone read, and down he goes for a loss. Buck Coors.
And out there to make plays and doing like that, just like Gentry.
Wyoming dials up the pressure again. Hopkins completes again, and it's another red zone trip for New Mexico. He gets it high enough on the way, and it's accurate. Drizwicki pulls the Lobos even at 9 with 11:50 left in the opening half.
One's doing cartwheels around here to be 3-1, starting off conference play. Definitely, I could tell myself I was thinking 2-2 would be a great record, and have be 3-1, and then have your first two conference games at home.
Conference play, and the toughest weeks are ahead for this Wyoming team. Deadlocked at 9 here with New Mexico. And here's Harrison Whaley with a nice cutback as he twirls across the 30. Run of 6 yards on first down for the former. The tight end scoots closer to the formation. And it's Whaley again, trying to find room on the perimeter, and scoots away. And he's right near a first down. It was a nice open field tackle after the first couple were broken. So a new set of downs. And there's Whaley again. He'll try that far side of the field, this time tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Have netted Wyoming 30 yards on this possession. And here's Whaley, tripped up at the 30. A nice gain on first down. Tavian Combs years now, he's in the ACC at Syracuse with Dino Babers. Here's Peasley around the edge. He turns the corner, cuts loose, and steps out of bounds in the red zone. The previous 2 weeks. This is his first since week 2. The former linebacker who came up big in week 1 against Tech. Trips left on third down and 7 down at the New Mexico 12. Here comes the pressure on Peasley. He drops the ball, and Wyoming falls back on top of it just outside the 20. For Hoyland, this is a chip shot from 38 yards away. And it's good. Cowboys retake the lead. Field goal make number 49 for New Mexico had it and forced a field goal. Hoyland will keep this one short, and a nice return for Dorian Lewis, who brings it back out across the 35-yard line. Staff just 18 yards on the ground. It has been a pass-heavy offense against this Wyoming defense. And a first down carry will go for.
Exactly. It's been success, but can they be able to sustain the success through 4 quarters of a football game?
Perhaps this is the drive they establish the running game. Krosky Merritt getting an extra push, and that play finally blown dead 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Hopkins rolls out and complete. Nice diving catch made by Hickson right across the 20. First down 10. New Mexico from the 20, and Krosky Merritt with the catch out of the backfield. Helicopters over the 30-yard line. Hopkins 12 of 16 passing. This is play action. Hopkins steps up. Now he'll take it to the outside and sandwiched after a short run. Hopkins 2 years at Missouri. He was 27th in the FBS last season at 44 yards per punt. Caleb Cooley drifting back and will get it on a bounce at the 5 and does not have much room from there. He'll move backwards all the way to the 1. Goes down as a 61-yard punt. Whaley able to get out of the end zone, but not much further than that. Maybe half a yard for Harrison Whaley.
And all the slant and angling they do up front, they can catch you on a slant and get a guy in the backfield real quick.
Beasley gives it away to Whaley again, and this time a better burst out across the 10, a yard shy of a first down. 200-pound back from Johnston, Iowa. They'll get the call on 3rd and short, and stacked up right near the marker, pushed backwards. It's going to be close.
Don't expect much pressure here, but this is a big punt by Stewart.
End over end, and fair catch called for and made by Chaff. The clock will stop on first down. Hickson the motion man. Wyoming dials up pressure. Hopkins fires over the middle. It's Davis all the way down to the 26. So nearing his range, but New Mexico still thinking touchdown. There's the pressure on Hopkins. Ball's loose. Picked up by Wyoming. Wyatt Eckler with another big play for the Cowboy defense.
Wow.
See what Wyoming decides to do is they start at their own 45. Beasley will drop back to throw under duress and skips out of a tackle. Beasley's going to run it and scampers out across the midfield stripe. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty. Beasley rainbows it downfield and incomplete. That's how the first half comes to an end. What do you expect? It's Wyoming and New Mexico, 12-9 at the break.
In the end zone.
Luke Drizwicki has it teed up at the 35. Asante and Whelan deep, and the second half underway. Asante watches it sail through the back of the end zone. Touchback. Ball comes out to the 25-yard line for the Cowboys.
The offensive coordinator wants to start, especially out here at Wyoming.
Beasley takes the shotgun snap. And on the zone read, Beasley turns the corner at the 25 and gives himself up at the 26. So that'll make up the penalty yards on the ground this afternoon. Here's Whaley picking his way, and out of bounds he goes. They ran that play to the short side of the field. The numbers coming out of halftime, Wyoming 0 for 4 on 3rd down. That was a problematic down for the offense last week. Beasley, middle of the field. Devin Body Jr. stays upright. First down, Wyoming. And the Vanderbilt transfer with his first catch of the day takes it out to the 40. Did have a 26-yard run on an end-around play last week. Another completion. This is Wyatt Whelan, and he's wrapped up just shy of the line to gain. Aaron Smith, the transfer from Mount Sac, made the stop, and who leads the team in that category. Ryan Marcus in motion. And here's Jamari Farrell, his first carry of the afternoon. And he appears to have first down yardage. Yes, he does. New set of downs. Wyoming has moved into plus territory. First possession of the 3rd quarter. Paisley well protected. Up the sideline, John Michael Gillenborg hauls it in. Trips this season, they've come away with points 11 times. Inside handoff, Whaley tripped up shy of the 15. A few yards there for the tail. Hoyland, the junior from Broomfield, Colorado. And there's his 50th career-made field goal in the brown and gold. It's a home-heavy schedule on the front end, which means Wyoming will spend a lot of time on airplanes and hotel rooms down the stretch of the season. John Hoyland predictably booms it through the back of the end zone and a touchdown in the first half. Did have a costly fumble late in the second quarter. There's Krosky Merritt busting out of tackles across the 40. And a nice run to open New Mexico's. New Mexico only had 17 rushing yards the first half. That carry ties the total in the rushing yardage department. Short.
And recruit a lot of these kids out of high school.
Second down 9. And Wyoming able to bottle up the run after a short gain. Wyoming brings 5. Hopkins slings it over the middle. Intercepted by Rook Brown. Another pick for Rook Brown. His 3rd this month. And another takeaway for the Cowboys with the special teams honor. Bridget?
Yeah, Chris, when we talked with Coach Savell earlier this week, he compared both Brown and defensive lineman Ben Florentine, saying that those two players are program-type guys.
Big run for Harrison Whaley. And he's loose for 6. He stayed in bounds. Touchdown, Wyoming. It's 22-9.
About the trend he's on right now.
He can certainly be a difference maker for this Wyoming offense. Up to 96 yards for the game. Wyoming rushes 4. Long throw caught by Davis. And Hopkins showing off his arm strength as he sent that one to the wide side of the field. Rook Brown. Ryan Davis, a 5th-year senior from Roswell in Georgia. There's Dorian Lewis. And he stopped after a short run. Devon Harris. The afternoon has rolled along here in Laramie. Wyoming brings 6. Hopkins steps up. He will run. First down and more. Dylan Hopkins delivers a stiff arm. Rumbling down the sideline. He's 20. He's 10. And out of bounds he goes. On a must-convert 3rd down. Now the Lobos just outside the 10. Krosky Merritt lowers the shoulder. 10.
Don't be surprised about a fake here. You know that they've had some issues protecting here. Don't always be surprised by a fake.
A chip shot for Drizwicki. And it's 22-12. Second field goal make for the sophomore this afternoon. Now as we check in with Bridget Howard.
When I talked with Harrison Whaley earlier this week, I asked him about why he decided to transfer to Wyoming. He said, I hopped into the portal. I wanted to go somewhere with better competition. The Wyoming coaches instantly hopped on me when I got in the portal.
Cowboys are happy to have him on their side as Paisley goes back to the air and completes it over the middle. 12 of 17 through the air. Low snap. The tunnel screen for Ayer Asante. His first catch of the day goes for a first down. 1,700 yards and 16 touchdowns. New set of downs from the 42. Paisley, pocket collapses, escapes another sack, backpedals, throws, and completes it. He's Houdini back there this afternoon. And 3 straight completions for Paisley to open the drive. Here's Jamari Farrell. And a short run on his second carry of the afternoon. Alert with the start of the 4th quarter. Asante in motion. There's Paisley trying to turn the corner. He does. First down. Lowers the shoulder and welcomes the contact.
First down.
First snap that Svoboda will take. They got the week 3 start at Texas and played pretty well. Svoboda, the big 6'5" quarterback. He can run it as well. And that's 7
game, and knowing New Mexico not being that explosive on offense to make him earn every yard.
Clayton Stewart put a little too much on it. Touchback will take it out to the 20. Aaron Rodriguez gets it away from the 5-yard line. Doesn't have much hang time, but does take a friendly bounce. Down at the 34. Asante into the formation on a play action pass. Peasley dumps it off. Asante's there. He's got the catch. Makes a move. Cuts left. Asante still upright. Down the sideline. Ayer Asante with a convoy in front. Still going. Touchdown, Wyoming.
So much for running out the quarter.
John Hoyland's point after try puts the Cowboys up 17. So Wyoming wins the third quarter 17-3, and coach lost in the sauce as Hoyland will leave it short of the goal line. And a nice return here for Deuce Jones with a late flag down. But lost in the sauce on the big play, but at times they've been able to deliver it here in the first month of the season. New quarterback for New Mexico. It's DC Tabscott, and that's going to be a late hit after he slid to give himself up shy of the 35. And here's another new quarterback for New Mexico. So the last 3 snaps, 3 different quarterbacks have taken it. This is Devin Dampier, a true freshman with some speed. Title next weekend before returning home in a couple weeks to host San Jose State. So perhaps the start of some quarterback controversy in Albuquerque. We'll try and find out if it's at all injury related. And now Devin Dampier is back in there, the true freshman. He will drop to throw, slings it to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, New Mexico. The second touchdown grab of the day for Jeremiah Hickson. And the Lobos with a quick strike early in the fourth quarter. Scoring plays are reviewed. The booth up here confirms it. And this is a 10-point game with 13 and change on the fourth quarter clock.
Idea of getting a stop after they see their offense go down the field and put points on the board.
An impressive showing from Devin Dampier, the true freshman, seeing his first. This one will count from Drizwicki, and it's a touchback.
Move the ball all the way down the field for a 6-play drive.
There's Whaley with the crease. Harrison Whaley is loose, and he leaves the New Mexico defense in the dust until he's caught inside the 10. His second longest in a Cowboy uniform at the 75-yard touchdown run last week. Here's Sam Scott, and he is met and dropped after a run of 2. Sideline. Peasley under center with Sam Scott the feature back. Here's play action. Paisley drifting out of the pocket. Dumps it off. The catch made by Marcus, and he is strung out.
Spacing wasn't there, so brings on Hoyland.
How big is that Tavian Combs touchdown saving tackle?
Absolutely. You know, as coaches, you always go that last chance tackle where you throw that off. I agree with you. It looks like I see them both that are standing right next to each other with their helmets on. Looks like we're going to see the same type of thing we saw last series with both of them.
Into the wind. Here's Deuce Jones out of a tackle across the 25. Ball comes loose, picked up by New Mexico, and returned to the 30. Caleb was playing not too far south from here today in Boulder. The toss goes the way of Krosky Merritt, and it wasn't on target, and that winds up inside of 10 minutes. Krosky Merritt bounces out of a tackle for loss and shoots forward to the 40. Lobos need the Cowboy 33. Dampier fakes the pitch, and he's buried for a loss. Isaac White gets there for the Wyoming defense. Downs. Rodriguez will try and pin the Cowboys deep. He's had a couple nice punts today, and this one will find its way in the end zone for a touch. Have it up 13 points, trying to put away New Mexico. Harrison Whaley's a good idea. Another big run out across the 35. He's upended shy of the 40. 25. They've had a couple nice road wins early in the season at Purdue and Arizona State. Low snap. Peasley tosses. Here's Whaley out to the perimeter. And he's wrapped up after a 5-yard run. Mikey Keene, transfer from UCF, is now Jeff Tedford's quarterback. Whaley picking his way, doesn't have much against the inside of the New Mexico defense. Now it's 3rd down. Get a long field for the New Mexico offense up against it here. Down the stretch, trailing by 13. A lot of hang time. And it bounces all the way down to the 1. Franklin, Wisconsin, is starting nose tackle on this defense. The 5th WYO penalty of the day. Here's Krosky Merritt with room, a 1st down up to the 20. And he gets 14 yards. He was the intended target. And now Dampier will take the 2nd down and 10 snap. Read option run. Gets out of 1 tackle. Shimmies at the 25. And he's stuck. Crunch time here in Laramie. 13-point game. Dampier on a designed run. The 1st down and more to the 3rd. Mentioned they have next weekend off to try and gather themselves before the final 7 Mountain West games. Dampier throws on the run. Krosky Merritt with a diving catch. And they get 8 yards on that play.
2nd quarter as opposed to the 4th quarter.
A run play. Krosky Merritt with room. Bounces to the outside. And he's wrapped up inside the 35. Marker backs him out of the red zone to the 21. Dampier on the toss. Krosky Merritt with some room. And he twirls out of bounds shy of the 10. Defense trying to rise to the occasion once more this afternoon. Another toss play. Krosky Merritt out to the edge. A wide 2-by-2 set. Here comes the pressure. Dampier throws middle. Catch made. Washington pushing towards the goal line and in. The Lobos are still breathing with 1:12 to go. On 4th down, Dampier hits DJ
In the end zone.
DJ Washington hauls in his 2nd touchdown of the season. And this is a 6-point game. Harrison Whaley gets a couple and then had to go to Toledo, the MAC favorite. Beat by a really good Air Force team at home in their Mountain West opener last week. Start. Evan Svoboda has checked in to take this snap. And the big 6'5" quarterback cannot get to the line to gain. Stop.
Buddy here.
They do. And Hoyland gets it up. It's perfect. John Hoyland has all but. Cowboys a perfect 4-0 here at home. There's Henry on the kick return, and that will wind out the clock. The Wyoming Cowboys have opened Mountain West play with a 35-26 victory over New Mexico. Wyoming is 4-1.